In today's world, it is critical that you get the most out of your people. But that's harder than it seems. And so for the next couple of weeks, Allison Dunn and I are going to come to you via LinkedIn in these videos to share with you some of our secrets and hacks to employee engagement. Stay tuned. Good stuff ahead. Coming at you with one of my favorite engagement hacks. And it's the process of taking values and turning them into behaviors. Now, a lot of you are already really familiar with what values are, right? You've spent a half a day in a boardroom somewhere on a retreat trying to articulate mission, vision, and your top 5 values. And that's a job well done. Congratulations. But how well are they serving your organization? Because oftentimes, they're not broken down into behaviors that we can expect from one another. In fact, did you know that 5 out of 7 employees couldn't tell you what their company's core values are? And I would say that you wasted a lot of time in that boardroom if they couldn't tell you. So, if we want to drive a culture of high engagement, what we ought to do is translate those values into meaningful behaviors that we can expect from one another on a consistent basis. Behaviors that are demonstrable. Here's a couple of examples. Maybe you as an organization have a value around the environment and protecting it. Incredible. Kudos to you. But what does that value mean unless it's backed up by consistent behavior? Behavior like recycling our paper, our plastic, and our cardboard. If you're not doing the recycling, how can you really say you have a value around the environment? I would say it's just a pretty word on your website. So if we as leaders want to say that our organization values honesty, we ought to expect from one another that when we have a grievance or some sort of frustration with a colleague, maybe we say you've got to have direct and candid feedback with that person. That's the behavior that drives honesty. And when we have a set of behaviors that we all agree to and hold each other accountable to, that's when we've got lasting value. And values and behaviors drive organizational culture. So, here's the tip, really simply put. Take that laundry list of beautifully articulated values that you hammered out and break them down into behaviors that you should be able to expect from one another. Behaviors that you can expect from one another when colleagues are working with each other, with clients, or with the community that you serve. Because it's that consistent set of behaviors that's going to drive your organization forward, that's going to get employees bought into the mission, together, and engaged in what you've got going on. So, honestly, how are you doing as a leader? How can you be taking some of your values and translating them into really solid behaviors? Ask yourself the question. I'm willing to bet we can all do a little bit better. Take 4.
In today's day and age, it may be difficult to know that you're getting the most out of your teams back at the office. And so, can we retake that?
Okay.
Oops.
Are you seeing if it's recording?
Oh, I see it.
Is it working?
Yeah.
These are going to be so funny.
Engagement outtake hack 7. Engagement hacks take 3.
I don't even think it was in the middle of the, not the outtakes. Oh, funny. Those subtle and sometimes subconscious, oh boy.
I have to stop shaking my head. I know that.
It's okay. You want to try again?
Yeah. No.
Okay.